Okay, good afternoon. I'm going to discuss doubts. Okay, so take areas. Okay, earlier even numbers, did I complete up to 30 or something? Anybody remembers? Did I clarify doubts, even numbers?
Yes, sir, 30.
30, okay. Up to 42, even numbers. Anybody want to ask any doubts? 30 to 42. Okay, up to 42, nobody has any doubts. That's good. Up to 50, even numbers. Anybody any doubt? $44. Okay, the value of C for which, yeah, this question has to be done carefully. The value of C for which the area bounded by this, the lines x equal to 1 and 1, C and x axis. First of all, we have to draw the graph. Y equal to 8x square minus x power 5 between 1 and what is the graph of this? If we take x square common, I'll get 8 minus x cube. If this is 2 minus x into 4 plus 2x plus x square. This is always positive. This is always positive. Everything depends on this. Even if we find derivative dy by dx, it will come 16x minus 5x power 4. If I take minus 5x common, it is x cube minus 16 by 5. This one, if I take the number line at 0 and the cube root of 16 by 5, it is a negative, positive, negative. Coming to the original function, at 0 it is 0, at 2 also it is 0, but the sign will depend only after 2. This is always positive, this is always positive. Here after 2 it is negative actually. After 2 negative, before 2 positive. Okay, so and at infinity the limit is minus infinity. At minus infinity the limit is plus infinity. So after 2 it is negative, and here also we can see after some cube root 16 by 5 it is decreasing. So from 0 it increases, at 2 it is 0, then it decreases like this. This is 2. Before 0 and after 0 both it is positive, but it is very smooth here. So yeah, yeah. At 0 it is 0, but before 0 and after 0 it is positive, because before 2 it is always positive. After 0 increases and then decreases. At 2 it is 0 and after 2 it is always negative. You can see in the derivative also, in up to 0 it is decreasing, after 0 increasing. This is that cube root 16 by 5, not so important. Okay, this is the graph. Now they want that the area between 1 and C should be 16 by 3. Okay, so cube root of 16 by 5 may be a little more than 1. So 1 is somewhere here. We don't know whether C is on this side or this side or this side. So I have to take 3 cases. Actually, it can be easily given as more than one answer question with 3 different options, I guess. Okay, if C is here, one forward. If C is here, one answer. If C is here, another answer. Whether it's possible or not, I don't know, because if this area itself is more than cube root 16 by 3, it will not exist. Okay. So first of all, let me take this case where okay, is 1 less than C less than 2. C is between 1 and 2. Then it is very simple. Directly integral 1 to C 8x square minus x power 5 dx. That I should equate to 16 by 3. or let me write 16. Now this is a simple integral 8x cubed by 3 minus x power 6 by 6 with the limits 1 to 16 by 3. And I put c 8 c cubed by 3 minus c power 6 by 6. And I put 1 8 by 3 minus 1 by 6. Okay, this is cubic equation, 60-degree equation, but in terms of c cube, it is quadratic. Let us multiply 6 all over. Now multiply 6, this is 32. This is 16 c cube minus c power 6 multiply minus 16 plus 1. When I bring everything this side, c power 6 minus 16 c cube. This is minus, when I bring this here, 48, 47. This is a cubic equation where c cube will come 16 plus or minus b square is 16 whole square minus 4 into 47 by 2. 16 plus or minus. Can somebody simplify this? 16 whole square minus 4 into 47. How much is that? 256 minus
16 plus or minus 2 root 17 by 2.
2 root 17. So this is 2 root 17 by 2, which is 8 plus or minus root 17. But I should not take 8 plus root 17 because I already assumed c is between 1 to 2. 8 minus root 17 also may not be okay, because that is also going little outside, because 8 minus is a crossing. So both are not okay. Okay. But that is for c cube. Yeah, it's okay, because c is between 1 to 2 means c cube should be between 1 and 8. It should be less than 8. So we should take 8 plus root 17 and 8 minus root 17 in that. This is okay, this is not okay. Now the corresponding c is cube root of 8 minus root 17. Okay, is that answer is there? Yes, option A. Option B looks like correct, but it is not, because the case is that when C is here, you cannot get the answer. I'll tell you why. Because up to here only area is 16 by 3. So when you take up to here plus another piece, it will be crossing 16 by 3. So there's no point in taking C here. It will be. But C on this side is very well possible. Okay. For that, you have to take two intervals. Maybe we've already got one answer. We can leave it, but let me see what is the other option that is coming here. And it's in place. So if I take this, that c less than 0 case, I'll get integral c to 0. I can take integral directly c to 1 because everything is positive, right? So integral c to 1. Again, 8x square minus x power 5 dx is equal to 16 by 3. So calculations are easier because this is just negative of this. So whatever I got here, I'll get negative. So let me write here then 32 equal to minus 16 c cube plus c power 6 plus 16 minus 1. Okay, I just to take this one and negative of that I just wrote. So that is c power 6 minus 16 c cube, 16 plus 17 will come. Okay, I think this 17 we do we have the roots or no? No. What I'm getting here, 16 plus 117 is not 16 and 1 are not the roots. Yeah. So again, this also quadratic equation. I have to write 16 plus or minus 256 minus 4 17s are 68 by 2. Okay, so some answer will come. I'm sure in that which is negative, we should accept it, but there's no negative here. The positive also okay, because C can be even here also, somewhere here, it's quite possible. Because when I take 0 to 1, this is 8 by 3 minus 1 by 6. That is maybe less than 16 by 3. Okay, there can be a number which is, there's no negative answer here because both roots are positive. Okay, I'm sure some solutions should come here. One of them will be acceptable, and maybe a small positive number. Okay. When I put 1 here, I'm just checking that it is 8 by 3 minus 1 by 6. That is just 15 by 6. Less, so it is wrong. Okay, but I'm sure there's an answer here. Maybe some small calculation mistake as such. Okay, everybody clear about this, right? Okay. Any other doubt up to 50? 44, 46, somebody asked, did I discuss that? 44, 46, I need to discuss. Okay. Okay. 44, they gave option C, or you are telling another option is also correct? Just a minute. Okay, they gave C. Maybe I did not check that other option properly, because what is that I get there? C cube minus 16C plus 17 equal to 0. If I put minus 1 or C power 6 and C cube, when I put minus 1, I think if this is instead of plus 17, it is minus 17. Yeah, I wrote equation wrong. This is minus 17 only. Okay. And then as it is C minus 17 into C plus 1 equal to 0. C equal to 17 or minus 1, this is not okay. So option C is also okay. Okay. So A is also correct. C is also correct. Two options. Is it okay for 44? Yes.
Yes, sir.
There are two options. In fact, this option is more easy to solve the equation. Okay. 46, we're already done in advanced material or even mains material, almost similar. Y square is equal to x cube by 2a minus x. What is the graph of this? This should be positive because the y square is positive. So at 0 it is 0, at 2a it is 0, 0, 2a. Anything more than 2a, if you take it is negative, this is a positive. So it will be negative, positive, negative. So the graph is between 0 to 2a only. At 0 it is 0, but at 2a it is infinity. So 0 is there, 2a is there, at 2a it is infinity. So it will be trying to touch x equal to 2a line. And it will be like this. Because of y square, the graph is symmetrical with x-axis. So now what is that they want? And x equal to 2a, which is a asymptote to it. So they want this whole area. So integral 0 to 2, upper curve minus lower curve. Somebody can do right minus left also, but then you have to know x in terms of y, which we don't know. So better is this, okay? Integral 0 to 2a, 2 times, because upper curve minus lower curve, or find the upper area, double it. Square root of x cube by 2a minus x dx. Okay, now the question is, how are you going to solve this? I can take root 2a minus x as t. This is x root x. Or I can take x as 2a sine square theta. Let me see what happens. X as 2a sine square theta. 2 times, it will be 0 to pi by 2, obviously. When I put this in the numerator, root 2a whole cube, it will be 2a root 2a. Sine square theta whole power 6 is sine power 6, and so it becomes sine cube theta. Down 1 cos theta will come. Dx is also 2a into 2 sine theta cos theta. 1 cos theta will cancel. We have a lot of things here. 2 is there, 2a, root 2a, and 2a. So 4, 8 root 2a square root a. 1, 2, 3, 4, 16. So 16 root 2 a square root a sine power 4 theta 0 to pi by 2 sine power 4 theta d. We have a reduction formula for this 16 root 2 a square root a 3 by 4 into 1 by 2 into pi by 2. So again 4 2 2 this got cancelled. So I got 3 root 2 pi a square root a. No, this root a is not right because down also one root 2a will come. So it will get be cancelled. Root 2a is not there. So this is root 2 not there. Directly 16 a square. So 16 got cancelled. 3 pi a square should be the answer. Okay, 46. Yes. Is it all right? 46?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So mainly drawing the graph is the most important thing. You know that. And of course, some integrations are simple, some are difficult. Okay, 48. Somebody wants. Okay, 48 is not difficult. So only one step only. Okay. Integral 1 to b f of x dx is root b square plus 1 minus root 2. Whatever b you take for greater than 1, this is true. So it is variable in terms of b, so I can differentiate with respect to b. Okay. Differentiate with respect to b. Don't think b is constant, b is variable. Okay. So you know how to differentiate a different integral. In the place of this, you will write this f of b. Derivative of this is 1 by 2 root b square plus 1 into derivative of b square is 2b. If somebody is not comfortable with b, I can change this thing like this. Wherever x is there, I'll write t, and wherever b is there, I'll write x. 1 to x f of t dt is root x square plus 1 minus root 2. Now differentiate with respect to x. Differentiate with respect to x. Now it is f of x here. 1 by 2 root x square plus 1. Derivative of the inner part is 2x minus 0. 2 to cancel, you got f of x straight. All right. Okay. Just see other questions. I'll be in a minute.
Yes, but neighbor says I cannot keep this. Can you keep size? I didn't. Right. Size only 5 seconds. Size only 5 seconds. You have to now use over into program.
Okay. Okay. Up to 57. Any other doubts? Anybody? Even numbers? Okay, up to 60.
$56, sir.
Okay, 54 also somebody wants, 56 also. Okay. What is 54? Area bounded by that with x-axis between 0 to 2. One may say directly they do integral 0 to 2. Is it right? We have to check that. Okay. What is the graph you have to draw? So 54 y equal to x square by 4 plus x by 4 minus half. That is x square plus x minus 2 by 4. Does it have any roots? Yes, x minus 1 into x plus 2 by 4. So minus 2 and 1 and upward parable. Okay. They want between 0 to 2. So 0 is not the root. Okay. So minus 2 and 1 is middle is minus half. 0 is somewhere here. 0 to 2. Yeah. So when you want between 0 to 2, you have to notice partly it is below x-axis, partly it is above x-axis. Not that directly you will do integral 0 to 2. They want this area and this area. Integral 0 to 1, it is below x-axis. So you have to take minus of x square by 4 plus x by 4 minus of d. Whereas between 1 to 2, you take upper curve minus lower curve, which is x square by 4 plus x by 4 minus of d. Okay, what is this one? Minus x cube by 12 minus x square by 8 plus x by 2 with the 0 to 1. I'm sure simplification you can do. Maybe you have not done this part of between 0 to 1 negative, between 1 to 2 it is positive like that. Is it okay, 54? Whoever asked out? Okay. So don't just directly do integral 0 to 2. You have to understand the graph is above x-axis or below x-axis, how is the figure and all that. Okay, 56. Between minus 2 to 3, be a continuous function such that f of 1 minus x equal to f of x for all x between minus 2 to 3. So the graph is symmetrical about 1 by 2 then. If R1 is the numerical value of the area of the region between minus 2 to 3, and the R2 is this, then okay. Basically, f is always positive because f is, look at the codomain, minus 2 to 3 to closer to 0 to infinity. This is always positive, okay? Because f is greater than or equal to 0, you don't have to worry about the graph. It is above x-axis. That much is clear. Now, they simply want R2 is integral minus 2 to 3 x f of x dx. We can replace x with 1 minus x. Sorry, integral a to b f of x dx is integral a to b f of a plus b minus x, right? So I'm going to replace with this plus this minus 1, which is 1 minus x. So integral minus 2 to 3 minus 2 plus 3 minus x f of minus 2 plus 3 minus x dx. That is integral minus 2 to 3 1 minus x into f of 1 minus x dx. When I add I plus I, that is R2 plus R2. 2R2 is integral, of course, this is same as f of x. Minus 2 to 3, 1 minus x into f of x. This and this, if I add, 2R2 is minus 2 to 3, x plus 1 minus x, f of x dx. 2R2, x and x will cancel. We got integral minus 2 to 3 f of x dx. And that is exactly R1. R1 is area between minus 2 to 3, so this is R1. That's it, 2R2 is R1, that is answer. All right, 56.
Yes, sir.
Anything else till the end, including numerical questions? Anybody?
Sir, 60.
60. Okay. X greater than or equal to 0. X plus y less than or equal to 3. Okay, x greater than or equal to 0 means this region. X plus y less than or equal to 3. That is this region. X square less than or equal to 4y. Y equal to x square by 4 is a parabola like this. And they want y should be more than that. Okay, so this region. Everything above the parabola because y should be greater than or equal to x square by 4. Next, y is less than or equal to 1 plus root x. What about that? 1 is here, root x is after that. So this is 0, comma 1 and start from there root x. Y should be less than that, so this whole thing. Okay. Y can be even negative, right? So this whole, everything below this parabola, only one branch of parabola. Okay, now I have to take intersection of all that. So let me draw the figure properly. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. X plus y equal to 3 is like this. Then y equal to x square, where they will, these two will intersect also I have to find. Let me find before. So 3 minus x equal to x square by 4. So x square plus 4x minus 12 equal to 0. That is x plus 6 into x minus 2 equal to 0. So x equal to 2 will come. So 2 comma 1. At 2 it is 1. At 2 this is also 1. So the parabola is quite open like this. So we want above this, below this, right side of this, already this region. What about 1 plus root x? It starts with 1, where this curve and that curve will intersect. I have to see that. Which one? Line and this. So I have to equate 3 minus x to 1 plus root x. When I send this side, I'll get x plus root x minus 2 equal to 0. This is a quantity question in terms of root x. So root x minus 2 is plus 2 minus 1. So root x plus 2 into root x minus 1 equal to 0. So I'll get x equal to 1 in the point of intersection. So that parabola is like this, where at 1 it is 2. Okay, at 1 it is, it's okay, not a problem. This point is 2 comma 1 and this point is 1 comma 2. Okay, so now we want below this, above this, this and right side. So we want this area and this area. Okay, so here finding area may not be difficult, but first understanding which area we want is very important. Each region I told you separately, then the total. Now this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. Between 0 to 1, this is upper curve, this is lower curve. Whereas between 1 to 2, the line is upper curve and this is bottom curve. So answer will be integral 0 to 1. The upper curve is 1 plus root x. And the lower curve is a parabola x square by 4d. Integral 1 to 2. Okay. If somebody wants, we can find this total and this total and then subtract this. That is, this x square by 4 can be separated. I'll tell you. Integral 0 to 1, 1 plus root x is this total, including the bottom part. This is integral 1 to 2, 3 minus x dx. That is this total. Minus, remove this piece, which is integral 1 to 2, the bottom curve is x square by 4 dx. Not 1 to 2, 0 to. Sorry. You can simplify this, you'll get the answer. Is it all right, 60?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So even this 58, 59, 60, all are past year mains questions only. The inequalities what are given to you. So some are easy, some are has to be done very carefully, understand and then do it. You have to find the points of intersection, understand the graph, and then find. Okay, numerical questions. Anybody any doubt? Numerical question also last 3 are inequalities. They're also past year mains questions. I think all numerical questions are past year mains questions, maybe. If not, the last 5-6 questions are definitely past year mains questions. Okay, so everybody completed then. Everybody completed mains material fully?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. So you could get numerical all answers. That's good. Okay, I want to discuss some continue advanced material questions, but I want to discuss some things. Okay, now we are going to learn some areas, especially which are related to parabolas, we can try to do without integration, even though I'm going to tell 1 or 2 formulas which are derived from integration. So I'll give you a general hint. Basically, this whole idea I got from one of the past year IIT question, which we also discussed, that when 2 parabolas were there and you join these 2, they asked what is the this area, this area, this area, what is the ratio? You remember that question?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
S1, S2, S3, their ratio is 1. Based on that, I got an idea which I use in some questions. So I'll tell you what is that. First, I'll tell you the general rule and then come back to the parabola. If you take any x power n graph, y equal to x power n graph, only in the first quadrant I'm taking. Take any point on that, draw one horizontal line, one vertical line. This rectangle will have some area, right? This area is to this area is always 1 is to n. That means this area will be 1 by n plus 1 times the total area, and this area will be n by n plus 1 times the rectangle area. You find the rectangle area, this will be 1 by n plus 1 of that. Okay. How did I get that? If I take this is 0 and this is k, this point is k comma k power n. What is the area of the rectangle? Width is k and height is k power n. K into k power n is k power n plus 1. If you want only this area, 0 to k, x power n dx. That is x power n plus 1 by n plus 1 with 0 to k. When integrate, I'll get k power n plus 1 by n plus 1. What is this k power n plus 1? Area of the total rectangle by n plus 1. So that is exactly 1 by n plus 1 of the total. That's what I'm saying. If this is 1 by n plus 1 to 1, this is n by n plus 1. Okay, that's it. Now, if somebody talks about, let us say, y equal to x power 5, and there is a point a comma a power 5, and there is some area. So I said this is to this is 1 is to 5. This area will be 1/6 of the rectangle, This area will be 5/6 of the rectangle of the total. Okay, now coming to parabola. Okay, oh, sorry, I should have not done this. If I take the parabola like this and this, you take any point on the parabola, draw lines like this. Okay, this area will be always 2/3 of this rectangle, and this area will be 1/3. And when I take parabola like this will be 2/3 and this will be 1/3, because this is in the form of y equal to x square parabola. Okay, but it is not that you take a parabola, take some 2 points here and draw a rectangle and say this is 2/3, this is 1/3. No. For your rectangle, one corner must be vertex. Okay, one side must be axis of the parabola. Another side must be tangent at vertex. Okay, and you can take this point anywhere, and this should be parallel to axis, this should be parallel to tangent vertex. At that time, this area is 2/3 and this area is 1/3. Is everybody clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and this is reverse. Now, when I have two parabolas like this and like this, when I take this and join, based on this, this will be 1/3, this will be 1/3, this will be 1/3. That 1:1:1. Okay. If I have a parabola like this, if I want this area, okay, it will be 2/3 of this rectangle. Why? Actually, this area is 2/3 of this small rectangle. This area is 2/3 of this small rectangle. So this plus this total area is 2/3 of this rectangle. Because if you take this rectangle, you can see this is a tangent at vertex, this is axis, and these are parallel to that. Okay. Based on this, we're going to see some more things, but let me tell something else also. Let's say I have a parabola and I have a line. I want this area. When you take the rectangle area, this will be 1/6 of that. Why 1/6? This total area is 2/3 of the rectangle, I said. Out of that, I have to remove this. That is half of the rectangle, right? In a rectangle, diagonal divides into two areas, so I have to subtract half. What is 2/3 minus half? Is it 1/6? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So whenever a parabola is there, a line is like this. If you want this area, it will be 1/6 of this rectangle. Okay. So now based on this, let us look at few questions. Okay. For example, in your IP textbook, this question is there. One is y square equal to 4ax. Another is x square equal to 4by. They want this area. I should have little done a little bigger. It's okay. They want this area. Normally, you have to find the point of intersection. You have to take from 0 to this upper curve minus lower curve. Without all that, I'm going to show a very easy method. Take this point, draw this. You know that this area is 1/3 of this rectangle. But one way is, how will you find area of the rectangle? I want to find this point by solving these two. Directly multiply these two, you'll get x square y square equal to 16ab xy. LHS, LHS multiplied RHS. When you cancel xy, you'll get xy equal to 16ab. I may not know what is the x coordinate here, y coordinate here. I can find it if required, but I don't need. X into y will be area of the rectangle, 16ab. This will be 1/3 of that. That's it. 16ab by 3 is the answer. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we saved a lot of time finding the point of intersection and writing the integral part. Okay. If you see in the class also, when some questions I did not done integration, I wrote answer directly 1 or 2 times. Okay. You may not know that I have done all the calculation and all. I just done like this. There are some things. Next, the second one, yesterday in the KVPY class also I mentioned this, that whenever you have y equal to ax square plus, first of all, let me discuss about x minus alpha into x minus beta. Okay. Of course, you can have into a also, let us say. Or let's say a is negative, it is a downward parabola, and you want this area. As we discussed, it should be 2/3 of this rectangle. Okay, this is alpha, this is beta. What is this width? Obviously, beta minus alpha. What is this height? It will happen at alpha plus beta by 2. When you substitute that alpha plus beta by 2 here, we are going to get y coordinate of this point as a into alpha minus beta by 2 whole square. Because a is negative, we'll get another minus also because downward parabola. Now, you know width and you know height. What is the area of the rectangle and then integral? So the required area will be 2/3 of the rectangle. Rectangle width is beta minus alpha and height is this, which is minus a into alpha minus beta by 2 whole square. So what is that? 4 will come 1/6 of a into alpha minus beta or beta minus alpha, doesn't matter, whole cube. I'll just put a mod just to make it positive, that's all, because minus a is there. I'll put mod a. Okay, so if a is not there, you can remember difference of the roots, beta minus alpha whole cube by 6. Okay, into mod a. Now, sometimes people give some other formula. I don't necessarily want you to remember it. Okay, second one I want to explain. I think this is a quadratic expression. A is negative, graph is like this. The area is 2/3 of this rectangle. How to find this rectangle? Width is beta minus alpha, because this is alpha, this is beta. Height. How to know height? What is the x coordinate at the midpoint? Alpha plus beta by 2. That you substitute here, the y coordinate came this. So width is beta minus alpha, height is this y coordinate only. This is the area of the rectangle. 2/3 of that will give area of the parabola. Okay. Now, there is another formula. I prefer this method, you remember, not the answer. Every time you can do these calculations of finding this length and do it. Okay. For example, they'll give y equal to x minus 2 into 5 minus x. I'm not saying you remember this formula. If you remember, it's okay. 5 minus 2 is 3 cube and 1/6. Even if you don't remember, you know its graph is like this. This is 2, this is 5, this is 7 by 2. Find this height. Width into height, 2/3 of that rectangle. You can do either way. Remember the formula, remember the method. So sometimes you'll find a formula that x-axis and y equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a is negative. What is the area bounded by them? It is same as this. Only thing is that beta minus alpha has to be written in terms of b and c. You know very well that 1/6 mod a, that beta minus alpha whole cube can be written as beta minus alpha whole square whole power 3 by 2. And beta minus alpha whole square, you can write beta plus alpha whole square minus 4 alpha beta whole power 3 by 2. 1/6 mod a. This is minus b by a, so which is b square by a square. This is minus 4c by a whole power 3 by 2. When I simplify, it will become a cube. So 1/6a square, because this a will cancel. B square minus 4ac whole power 3 by 2. So sometimes you may find this formula. Once again, I'm not asking you to remember the formula. I'm asking you to remember this method so that you can do it. You want to remember, it's fine. B square minus 4ac discriminant power 3 by 2 by 6a square will give the area. I'm just checking whether units are matching. Of course, here ABC units are different, 1 by meter and all. It's okay. Okay, so this is that, but more important about the method. Let us see some other thing also. I'm going to show either this or this, okay, is useful in some other place. You have a lot of questions where a parabola is there and a line is there like this, and find this area. Now we cannot use this 2/3 rule because this is slant and there is no rectangle, but you will find something. when you take really find this x coordinate, so let us say this is 2 and this is 5 or some 8. Integral 2 to 8, you will write upper curve minus lower curve, right? You will get that some quadratic expression dx. You will always find this will be definitely x minus 2 into x minus 8 into some number. It will be like this only. Okay. Initially, you cannot see that. But after writing the integral, this alone, you can visualize the graph. Why? Because at 2, these two are equal means their difference will be 0. So for this new quadratic expression, which is difference of these two, 2 is a root, 8 is also root. So invariably, you will always find when you subtract the parabola and line, what you get is x minus alpha into x minus beta into some a maybe based on this. Then you can still use this method. Not for this figure. From this, you get this one. From this, you draw this figure, this kind of figure, and you can find to it. Have you understood what I said? Can somebody respond? Okay.
Sir, explain once again.
Maybe I can explain with an example. Okay. Let us say I have y equal to 3x square. Okay. And a line. Let me construct the question. I want to take this point as, let us say, minus 2 comma 12. This point is 3 comma 27. So what is this line? Let me find. What is the slope? 27 minus 12 is 15 by 5. Slope is 3. So the line is 3x minus y. When I put this minus 6 plus 18 equal to 0. Is it matching here? 9 is correct. Yeah. So don't worry about these 2 points I have not given. I just mentioned this. Find area between the curve y equal to 3x square and 3x minus y plus 18 equal to 0. So you draw the line and the curve and found the points of intersection. And you have to find now integral minus 2 to 3. Upper curve is what? 3x plus 18. Y equal to 3x plus 18. Lower curve is 3x square dx. Now what I'm saying is this you will always find a quadratic expression with these two as the roots. Let us see. Integral minus 2 to 3. If I take minus 3 common, is x square minus x minus 6 equal to dx. What are the roots of this? These two numbers only. It is integral minus 2 to 3 minus 3 into x minus 3 into x plus 2 dx. Okay. So now we can use this formula. 1/6 of a into beta minus alpha whole cube, or draw the graph of this. Without doubt, the graph of this will be like this. This is minus 2, this is 3. And then find this width and find this height and then 2/3 of this rectangle. That's what I'm saying. Is the method clear to you now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Let us say I have a parabola and a line. Okay. Of course, as I said, you will do upper curve minus lower curve. We'll get just now what I said. Or when the figure is like this, especially the line is passing through this. If the line is somewhere here, I told you the method already. But if line is here, then it will be 1/6 of this rectangle. Let somebody gave you y square equal to 4ax and y equal to mx. Okay. You can really find this point if you want, or xy value. Okay. How to find xy value directly without finding x and y, I don't know. How to somehow square and multiply in a particular way, I will get it. It's okay. So find the point. Then you don't have to do upper curve minus lower curve. You just find the rectangle, and then 1/6 of that will be the answer. Okay. If you want to do it, in the place of y substitute, you'll get m square x square equal to 4ax. So x is equal to 4a by m square. So this point is 4a by m square is the x coordinate. And what is the y coordinate? 4a by m. So when I multiply, my area is 16a square by m cube for the rectangle. 1/6 of that will be the answer, which is 8a square by 3m. Okay. Let me see if I can get this more directly. Yeah, I found x and y. Without that also I'll manage, but you have to get idea. I'm going to cube this and multiply to this. No, that's not good. I'll get y power 5 and x power 4. Because I got m cube. That's why I'm thinking x, y should come. It's okay. Leave it. But 1/6 of that rectangle, that point is clear. Okay, now I can go back and show, even in the many past year mains questions and advanced questions, this concept can be used depending on, okay. Even, for example, one of the last questions that we've done where there was a parabola where 1 plus root x is the graph. And there was another parabola like this. And we wanted some between 1 and 2, something like that. Some question was there, right? Yeah, there's one line like this. So of course I've done integration, which is easy only, but if somebody wants, you can do one thing. This area will be 2/3 of this rectangle. Plus you can take this rectangle, plus you can take this trapezium, and this area will be 1/3 of this rectangle. You can do that. But some people may get confused. With the practice, you have to do it properly. But I would like to tell one JEE advanced question where you can save a lot of time. They gave one ellipse. Right now I can screen share and show the question, but time is up. Anyway, there is one ellipse. It has 4 ends of lattice rectum. Take these 2 ends of the lattice rectum whose y coordinate is negative. They gave the ellipse equation, something. Let us say x squared by 16 plus y squared by 9 equal to 1, something. What was the question is, having these 2 as ends of lattice rectum, there are 2 parabolas. One is like this and one is like this. What is the area between these 2 parabolas? That's the question. Let us. Now, you are supposed to find these 2 points, find these 2 parabolas and integrate from here to here, upper curve and lower curve. But I don't need all that. I'll tell you why. If this is the lattice rectum, I know this is 2a, this is 2a, this total is 4a. And if this is the parabola, I know from the focus this length is a and this length is a. So let me draw this figure separately. I have the lattice rectum. One parabola is like this, where this is a, and another parabola is like this. I know this point, I know this point. Okay. And now what is that? This is 2a, this is 2a because this lattice rectum, this is a and this is a. Now if I construct a rectangle, what is the area of this rectangle that I marked? Width is 4a and height is 2a, so it will be 80a square. And then 2/3 of that is directly the answer. But for that you have to know a. How? Take this length and equate it to 4a. 4a equal to this length, which you know by the ends of lattice rectum. In fact, it is 2ae. Why all that? That is also not required, right? Because this is a foci, no? Below the foci. 4a is same as the so-called 2ae. So I'll call this a capital A then. 2a. From this, you find this capital A and put it there. Okay. So I can show you some questions where I use it, but I'm sure you'll be able to use it on your own. Okay. Not that all questions we can do it, where our parabola is involved. I'm sure you might have done some questions where one parabola is like this and another parabola is like this. Find the area. There also you can draw the rectangle and this. Construct a rectangle here like this. Okay. This area is 2/3 of this rectangle and this area is 2/3 of that rectangle. So that this total area is 2/3 of this total rectangle. You can do that. Okay. Actually, I should have done one thing, but it's okay. I would have told this before starting the areas, that is in the beginning. And then wherever parabolas are used, I would have done with integration and without integration by this method. Generally, I do like that, but somehow it went like that. Okay. Sometimes I don't tell in the beginning because then people don't do the integration properly. They will do this shortcut where sometimes it will work, but sometimes parabola may not be involved. Then they will be in problem. Okay. So you learn the integration part properly. Now when you go back and try some questions where parabola is involved, try to do this so that you will know how to work if you want. What do you think? Is this method is useful and save time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay. So time is up. So advanced material we will continue Tuesday. So try to prepare well. For two things, happy Diwali to all of you, including Likit Sai, happy Diwali, and also happy so-called Children's Day. All right. So if you are celebrating Diwali due to COVID restrictions or the problems, I think I don't know. Some people may choose not to celebrate because there may be some breathing issues and all that. Those are celebrating. I'm sure they'll celebrate in a very simple way, cutting few crackers. Okay. But anyway, be safe. Okay. Sometimes you can get your hands burned and all those things. And try to write exam. In the exam, you have 4 topics, right? Definite integrals is there, areas is there, statistics is there, and complex numbers to some extent. So there are 4 topics and 25 questions. So roughly you should get 6 or 7 questions from each topic. All right. All right. Thank you. Okay, you can leave. Thank you. One more thing, today KVP class I will not be able to take. We'll start on Monday. Okay, thank you.